All right, guys. Wait for a couple of you to get on there. I'm late. I'm like 58 minutes late. But that's all right. There we go. Trying to get comments here. Holy cow, we got volume here. We have no Kevin tonight. But, all right, so how many people watched the video earlier? You guys watched the video earlier. It was FOC, a 650 grain arrow against a 450 grain arrow. The FOC was a grizzly stick. Grizzly stick with a bone broadhead. We had a Victory VAP that weighed 450 grains, complete arrow with a Zeus. Now the whole intention of this testing is what I want you people to think about. I didn't do it to cause a big uproar with people. I didn't do it to make anger and strife and to get division between FOC and standard. The reason I did it is the reason that all of us need to look at. And this is the reason. We have anti-hunters out there. We have PETA. We have all kinds of organizations out there, unfortunately, that want to shut us down and not let us have our rights of our heritage and our hunting abilities. I simply wanted to do testing to be the best sportsman I can be, to take ethical shots, to be able to get my game to expire and to get them in a humanely fashion expired and to be able to recover them and to give fellow sportsmen a good name. It was not to do the other stuff. Now, I would love to continue to show you guys testing, but I'm not going to do it. I'll just do it for my personal self. I won't put it on here if it's going to turn into a pissing match. Absolutely not. We are sportsmen. We need to uphold ourselves to the utmost level. It doesn't matter if I shoot a Matthews, a Hoyt, a Bowtech, a Martin, or what I love, right here, Dart Inspector E. It doesn't matter. The reason I shoot it is because I love the bow. It fits me like a glove and it becomes a part of me. And I shoot it because it helps me be the best sportsman I can be. That's why I shoot it cut and dry. When I pick an arrow, it's for my situation. When I pick a broadhead, it's for my situation. Now, I did do testing further today with the Zeus, with the Victory VAP at the 450 grain, and also the Grizzly Stick at 650. I'm not here to ram some stuff down somebody's throat to try to say, hey, what you're doing is horrible. Absolutely not. You do what you need to do for your situation. I'm merely sharing my research with you. And like I said, I saw some surprising stuff. And I'm not here to just push Zeus, or I'm not here to just push FOC. I'm here to try to educate you to be the best sportsman you can be. And I didn't see a lot of that today. And that frustrated me. Like I said, I test all the time because I want to be the best sportsman I can be. And I'm learning things every day. And I learn a lot of things from you guys also. But I'm not going to have that happen. If that's going to happen, I'll do it for my own research. I'll share it with the people that really care. But I know there's people out there that really appreciate it, because you can't shoot $300, $400, $500 worth of broadheads and figure out which is the best broadhead for your situation, or what's the best arrow setup. I mean, let's face it, folks, this stuff's expensive. I like to share it. People share it with me. So I ask you, when I show these videos again, please be respectful. I don't care if you shoot FOC. I don't care if you shoot this. I'm simply showing you the tests I'm doing and overall what I feel is the best broadhead for me in my situations. Now, showing you some of it, I'm not going to show you any of the video. I want insight from you. I'd like to see some guys on both sides of the arrow say, you know what? You're right. You're wrong. Whatever. We'll show more testing, but I'm going to show you why we're not. Here's our Zeus. Right here, we got an outsert that's busted on the back. Now, I by far don't doubt these grizzly sticks hold up. But I was also told, and you got to remember this, when you tell the bearded redneck you can't break something, I can. Here's the grizzly stick. Right there. It broke right below the quick fletch. Now at the same time, I want to ask you guys that shoot FOC, this bone broadhead, it's been shot through a 50-gallon drum. Probably 6 times that I know of. It's getting dull. And it is punching through. 5 yards, 10 yards, very impressive. Shot all the way through, skipped across the ground, hit trees, all kinds of stuff. But this is what I want you to think about, and this is what the testing will show you. 650 grains. 450. Which one drops quicker? And that's the kind of stuff I'm testing. I'm testing everything. Speed, penetration at farther distances, the whole 9 yards. And honestly, some of them perform good here, and some of them are performing good here. Unfortunately, hopefully, this is a lifetime warranty, because this is a grizzly stick, and I was told I can't break it. So I knew it's carbon, anything breaks. But also this one broke. So we have to get FOC. You FOC guys, I'm not trying to slam you, bash you, whatever. If there's a certain FOC you want shot against it that's like this, this is a very obscure test. This is from one side of the pinnacle to the other. And what you guys need to look at is this also, because this is what it doesn't make sense with me with FOC. What are our bows doing? What's the industry doing to our bows? Our bows are becoming faster, more accurate, more quiet. Why would we want to shoot them caveman? That doesn't make sense to me in my brain. That doesn't mean that this arrow and this broadhead might not work for you better in certain circumstances. But I can tell you straight up, 10 yards, this thing smoked through the 50-gallon drum. 20 yards, this one right here smoked through half-inch plywood and went through the drum. Not all the way, but it went through it. This one lost a lot of energy. That's not me hating either way. That's me doing tests and sharing them with you. If you guys can behave yourself, I'll be more than happy to show them. But this isn't a bash-a-thon. It isn't these people against those people. This is simply trying to share stuff that I'm learning to be educated in it. You know, that's what it is. Maybe everybody wants to buy all the stuff and do it themselves. I don't know. I appreciate it when people pass on knowledge to me. That's all I'm doing. So anyways, there'll be more of this, but you FOC guys, you tell me what you want shot. You want another grizzly stick like this at 650? We can do it. It's not apples to apples, but it's showing one thing. It's showing what option works better for different circumstances. And that's why I'm doing it. So, anyways, you've seen this, the Darton Spectra E. We got the bow here. We got a couple of things on the bow right now that are new to me. And I'm not going to lie, when you're not used to some stuff, sometimes you go, what in the world is this? But we got, right on the front, this puppy right here. Look at that. Who knows what that is right there? That is a CBE Engage hybrid 5-pin adjustable. Now, why do we have this sight? Well, for starters, one, I did a lot of research on sights, and there's probably 3 of them that I consider right up there. And this one's one of them. But what I love about this one, and what pulled me away from the other ones, is right here in the bag. Not only the quality here, it's stout. It weighs a little. Haven't even put on the light up, Billy Bobber. But it's this right here. All these different scenarios. They're metal. Most sight tapes on adjustable sights, what are they? You stick them on there with some tape, and then what happens? What if you take the sight and you change something? What if you go to a different arrow? What if you go to the FOC where it's a heavier arrow? Now the sight tape's wrong. So what do? That sight tape's wrecked. You simply tape these off. They go right on here. They bolt right on. And you put on whatever one you need. I like that. To me, with a product, when I look at that, I look at the manufacturer is looking out for me. And the reason I look at that is because I have multiple uses. Let's say this sight's going to go from me to somebody else on the staff. Let's say this sight's going to go to my wife, my kids. Maybe somebody else is going to buy it, or I'm going to pay it forward and give it to them. Here's the opportunity. I don't have to scrape off a bunch of stuff. Also, I like to fine-tune adjustments and a lot of other stuff. You're going to be seeing a lot of stuff at this site, and I'm not going to... I got a beard. I'm a redneck. I'm from South Dakota. You know, so I look at all this fancy stuff, and I go, what in the world is this? Because I was used to the other side I was shooting. I was shooting a Trophy Ridge 7-pin React Pro. But when I first got that sight also... right here. It drove me nuts. It didn't make sense. I didn't think it'd work. Because basically what you do is you sight in your 20 on this one, you pick any other pin, and you sight it in. The rest of them are in. And I couldn't get it. It did not make sense to me. And I wanted to know why. Well, it's got to be a mathematical equation, just like these sight tapes here. Same deal. But I was impressed with the sight. I was just looking for something more. You guys know what I'm doing. And I think we're going next week. We're going to check the weather. So you want to see something cool, you're definitely going to want to tune in to the prairie dog hunting. But I want this sight. 1, for the quality. 2, for the precision. 3, the adjustability after I get past 60 with the 5 pins. I'm going to probably have to shoot 80, 100 plus yards to shoot at some of these prairie dogs. I need to be able to go or have somebody spotting for me and just ranging 87 yards and launching arrows. We're going prairie dog hunt with the bow. It should be fun. It should be exciting. But it's something I want to do. So I'm preparing for it. But the sight's very cool. I like that. The other thing that we put on the bow is that thing right there. Who knows what that is? Does anybody have any ideas? That right there. Glenn, I appreciate that. Craig Bowman, I'm really proud of you that you can finally hit the plastic 50-gallon drum. You keep drinking milk and you're going to be a big boy soon. Love you, Craig. But anyways, this right here is called the Steady Form. Now, who's used one of these before? I have used one this afternoon on. And I looked at it and I kind of went, what in the world is this thing? Because I didn't know anything about it. And honestly, when I first shot it, it felt funny because I was doing something different. But one of the things that I like about this, that it helps me do, and it probably feels funny because of this, is I like to shoot crazy contorted on the ground, twisting 180 backwards, laying on the ground, drawing my bow. We're all up in a tree, angling down, shooting at funky angles between branches, out of ground blinds. When I shot that turkey, for instance, at 4 yards, I was shooting through a hole this big because I was shooting out the window of the ground blind, missing the camera. This right here, uphill, downhill, long distances. This is why I have it on the bow, because I'm intrigued by that. But just shooting it this afternoon, I shot out to 40. I can see once I got it all adjusted and I got used to, hey, there's something touching me. I can actually see the benefit of it. So I'm kind of excited. I'm going to be going out and shooting 60, 80, 100 yards with this. We got to get all dialed in and get our right sight tape on for when we go out to go prairie dog hunting. But this here is another anchor point. You know, we have them with kisser buttons, peep sights, you know, where we pull back our release. Maybe we hit the corner of the mouth. Maybe we put our thumb down, you know, wherever. We have anchor points. The more anchor points you have, it's going to help you. And the other thing that I realized with this one is you don't have to look down or anything. You can just feel if it's there. Plus, it just sits there. It ain't like it's biting you, but you can feel it, but it also keeps you contained. Torquing the bow is a big one. Torque. We all torque sometimes. That's a bad one. This here is going to help with range. Consistency. And if you have both of those, you're going to have confidence. So, pretty excited about this. This is stuff you guys had passed along to me. I've had several people that watch the show tell me about this. I just thought, yeah, whatever, I can shoot deer. No, I have no problem. But if I want to push my limits, I don't shoot farther than I can humanely take an animal. And when I'm pushing that out 40, 50 yards, I want to be the best shot I can to continue to be that ethical, humane hunter. It's products like the Steadyform that's going to help with that. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, they're great for newcomers. They are. They help you train you right away with form. But they also work for the intermediate and the seasoned. And that's the pretty cool thing about them. So you're going to be seeing a lot more with the Steadyform. Like I said, we just got it on here. I got it to where it's comfortable. The sight, I've just got 20 in. And we'll probably go live shooting the sight, showing how you do it. Because I don't like to read directions, but I had to with this one. It's got all kinds of dials and gadgets and all kinds of stuff. And I got to put this thing on there. I don't get this. But the owner of Tall Tines Bowstring said he'd go out and shoot with me. So you put this on, and supposedly you sight in 30 yards, and then you sight in 60 yards, and then wherever they line up on here, it like tells you a number. I don't know. It should be interesting. But like I said, very well quality made sight. Very impressed with that. I've seen it on other people's bows. I really like, I got the .010 for the fiber. So it was either that or it was the .019. I got the smaller because you guys know when you get out there on longer ranges that sometimes that sight pin will cover the animal completely. And I want to dial in. You know, it's kind of like the nuke says, aim small, miss small. It works with that too. So we got those things on there. We're going to look at those. Let's see. What else? Oh yeah, this is huge. I spent a lot of time today. At the archery shack. A lot of things with Robert Rohrer Outdoors, a lot of the things we do is we love to give back to the community. We love to, you know, do things for the kids. We haven't done a huge giveaway for a while. We gave a big giveaway today, but you guys didn't see it. We worked with the 4-H, Turner County 4-H, and that's the county in my home where I live. And there was 13 kids, and I came in, and some of them schooled me. They're pretty good shots, personally. But I came in and helped out a couple times because they can always use volunteers. And one of the challenges that I gave these kids was if they paid attention and listened to their instructors and shot and tried as hard as they could, I didn't care what their score was. I just wanted them to try their best. I said, I'll come in, I'll set up a fun shoot, and we'll have fun. We'll give some prizes away and have fun. So they shot state last weekend, and for the most part, they all did very good. They all improved, and some of them did pretty darn good. It was pretty cool to see that and to see the excitement in kids in archery, and it was awesome. You know, it was a lot of fun, but I was up way early this morning and setting up targets, and Kevin and Smidge helped me last night. We stayed up almost till 1 here, setting up all kinds of cool targets. We had ping pong balls floating. We had all different targets set up, but the kids had a lot of fun, and that was the important thing. And I think every kid got at least 2 prizes, maybe 3. So we gave them quite a bit of stuff. You know, the ones that hunted, we gave them broadheads. The ones that didn't, we gave them all sorts of different stuff, hats and shirts, and that's the fun thing. That was a lot of fun. But after that, and this is what I'm pumped up about, the video range here at the Archery Shack, something wasn't working right on it. So Mr. Can't Stop Until Something's Fixed here started working on it with the help of the staff here, and ended up figuring out that a wire came on soldered into one of the plugs that goes into the back of the computer. So we ended up, I figured that out, soldered it in there, and it's pretty much about ready. So those of you that wanted an animal league or a video league, I'm pumped up about this. I think there's like 26 or 28 different scenario shoots. I mean, that's like half the year that you could shoot a different one every week. And I think it holds like 12 players at a time. So be prepared. There's probably going to be a league going up once they get everything all put together with this. But Melinda here at the Archery Shack, and I snuck a couple arrows in there too, shot at this thing, and it was pretty fun. I mean, it was realistic. Once we got it dialed in and all tuned in, it was a pain in the butt to do that. But once we got it tuned in and dialed in, it's a pretty fun scenario. Turkeys and elk and grizzly bear and deer and everything you can think of that you go after with the bow. Caribou. I mean, all kinds of North American red-tailed wiffle wills. I mean, all the stuff everybody wants to shoot. But that should be pretty fun. So look for that coming out soon when everything gets finished. You're going to want to come down to the Archery Shack and shoot the 3D system, because it's going to be a good time as far as that. And I know it's going to be a big hit, because why not? It's fun. But so that was pretty fun. Mark, you're exactly right. Takis do make me steady. What else do we have going on? Oh, I think we're going to get the boat out. We're going to get the boat out. It's still raining here. I don't know. I keep checking to make sure that my GPS says I'm in South Dakota. I think I'm in Portland, personally. But we haven't had rain, and this really bright thing came out for the last couple days. I think they called it a sun or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird to see. But hopefully it can clear up a little bit. We got some stuff going on with that, but we're going to get the boat out. We're going to get ready. I know a few spots that are biting pretty good, but I want to go there before I tell you. I'm not going to lie. But the problem is with all this water, some of the docks aren't in, and they're really muddy. And I don't want to get my truck dirty. Just kidding. I haven't had time yet, and we got to get everything going as far as that. But probably in the next couple of weeks, you'll see us live out in the boat catching some, well, it's going to be post-spawn walleyes. I kind of leave them alone while they do their business, and then I go after them when they put the feed bag on before they drop back out, really. But should be some fishing going on, and then we'll kind of get crazy. Like I said, we'll be doing the prairie dogs. We might even go twice with the prairie dogs. We're going out. Kevin and I are going out way west. I think we're going to go out to Faith and shoot prairie dogs, and I'm probably going to go in the central part of the state also and shoot prairie dogs with Jamie Fallis from Crank and Bang Guide Service, because him and I will get a little crazy and shoot against each other and make it fun. So we'll be doing that. That should be pretty fun. What else am I missing? I don't know. My camera moved? I don't know. But yeah, no, Glenn, I really appreciate that, because, like I said, none of that earlier was to cause division. It's supposed to educate and make us better. So if I can tell you anything about tonight before I just eat a few more Takis and kick my feet up, remember what we love to do and why we do it. Let's protect it. Let's not bash it. You guys have a good evening.